You think this is a burger joint. It's always been a burger joint. We did that breakfast thing as a favor, you know? We were just trying to freak out IHOP. Ooh, we're doing it too. We're doing it too. Your own mother won't make you pancakes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? So get your fat ass or your drugged up ass down here before 10:30. We decide up ass down. Stop! Get up! I told you! You take him out, and he pushes a kid on a swing, and he pushes a kid. This is what's it. By the time this special comes out, another election will have come and gone. It's just, God knows who we picked, and it's another one. They're not going to fucking talk about anything. Oceans are dying. They just said the Great Barrier Reef is dead. You know? Corporation. This is what they're just talking about a bunch of shit. Salad! Corporation. This is what people of three. I can almost see my fuck guy. It's like, I don't give a shit. This guy has enough money to literally have a porta potty rickshaw running behind him. How are you going to eliminate a couple billion fucking people? You never think about that shit? You know, they never know people. I don't even know. Anyways, people, I don't even know. Hell, it's like around some giant table, right? They probably talk about it then, just sitting down after, like, I trust everyone had their fun. Let's get down to the task at hand. There are over 7.5 billion people on the planet. I can almost see my bathroom. There won't be enough chicken to feed the others. Does anyone here have any suggestions on how to eliminate the pressures of the undesirables? Ah, yes, you. Number 4. You may speak. Well, you know, what if we, like, slowly cook? No, I can almost see my bathroom. You know, just throwing it out there. Like, what if you had, like, a revolving door-looking thing? You made them take their shoes off. They got in and they stood up like that. And you just radiate them from head to toe. Once on the way out, once on the way back. Oh, yes. I like that. I like the sound of that. And how would that work? Would you have it on low at first? Sear them like a tuna steak? They don't understand. You let the children go. We'll use them for slaves later, right? No old people. They'll die soon. Just people in the prime of their life. And gradually over the years, you increase it. They start frothing at the mouth. They don't recognize the children. The property comes back to us. Oh. I trust everyone at this table flies private. Jam of breeze. I can think shit like that. Bathroom shit. Dude, I know they think about it. I know they think about it because I think about it every time I land in a city. Because I think shit like that. I think I'm right. That inner Mussolini comes out of me, right? Like, what are all these people doing in my 6? That's the traffic jam. That bath. I think I'm right. I don't know. Like, how do you? I don't know. Like, this. That you have to start maybe taking some measures to start thinning out the herd. You feel that? You feel that creepy bill? That's right. Yeah. And what do you think, dude? You think you're gonna? This. I think I'm right. Hell, it's like you're in the beat. Well, I think it's the way it. This. I think I'm right. Hell, it's like you're in the beat. I'm just by myself all the time. You slowly go fucking crazy. I did a gig recently. I was in Ireland, and I was in the green room by myself. Immediately just thought, what if I just stuck my head in there and just... Was not thinking about killing myself at all the second I thought, what if I just fucking did that? And then I looked in the mirror, I caught my eye, and we both laughed. Yeah, had this wonderful little moment with myself. No words needed to be spoken, you know? And figured if I'm right. I'm always talking about it, and I think I got the plan. Because I know, no. Wait till you hear the plan first, because a lot of people are gonna die. Before you start hooting and hollering, everybody thinks they're gonna fucking make it, right? This is how you do it. Well, this is how I would do it. Okay, first of all, you gotta become a dictator. Okay? Because it's too late to try to be like, well, hey man, maybe just have a couple. It's too fucking late. Someone's gotta have the balls to take out the sickle and start chopping some heads. So, here's my idea. I become dictator. When you become dictator, obviously you gotta murder everybody in power, right? Obviously you gotta murder everybody in power. Specials. And everyone in the family, so they don't come back for their revenge, like in Godfather. Russians did it where you don't find the skulls for 100 fucking years. That's the way you do it. Then you take control of the media. I keep all of you guys media blacked out. You don't know what's going on unless I want you to know it, right? Big pictures of me. You got quarters, so we get terrible specials. And pulls up, and you're never seen from again, all right? Figure 3 to 6 months of that, everybody gets on the same page, and that's when I'd start thinning it out. This is how I would do it. I would just start randomly sinking cruise ships. Just hear me out. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. You get 2,500 to 3,000 people a whack, and I think it's a really good mix of people to get rid of. You know? Think about the kinds of people that take a cruise. These aren't forward thinkers. These aren't seekers. They're not pivotal to our survival. You ever hear somebody coming back from a cruise? It's somebody. This van. They don't want to travel to another country, interact with the new culture, try to figure out the train system or the money. All they want to do is just sit on a fucking boat. Just drinking, that's all they want to do, right? Worst story you'll ever hear. Hey, how was your cruise? Oh, it was great. I was fucking laying there. There was a DJ over here on the 1 and the 2 wooka wooka thing, right? And then they had this chocolate fountain. It was like a fountain, but it was chocolate. And you stuck the toothpick in the food, and you stuck it in the chocolate, and stuck it in your mouth. And then you'd be like, I want another drink. And they bring it all, you drink it, it dribbles down, and it gathers in your navel, and you punch yourself. You get in your mouth quarters, so we get terrible. They don't do shit. It's like they're in the beach, whatever they give us. I like all-inclusive. You just have to think. This van, tell me where to go. I'm telling you, if you guys could just get past the humanity of what I am suggesting. If you could just get past it and maybe lose a couple of friends here or there. This van, I would admit, you know when you'd miss them? Van, wave going, right? You wouldn't have people getting mad because someone's sitting down during a song like, that's offensive to me, even though I don't know the issue. Right? I don't know the issue. Right? This van. It's about police brutality. Has nothing to do with you and your beautiful white world and mine, right? Just let it go. I don't give a fuck if you watched every episode of McHale's Navy. This is still not about you. It's not a military issue. I'm telling you, you wouldn't fucking miss them. And this is the deal, all right? I wouldn't just give the order to start sinking. I wouldn't just give the order. Van, little pulled back. Just banging away, wearing the whole uniform, the whole dictator uniform, everything except for the pants, right? Compression socks with sock garters, just banging away. My unearned medals just clanging off my chest. The big thing is to see the big, right? Van, little pulled back, right? It's like you're in the men amongst your men. You got to lead them into battle, and I would. I'd have my own sub. All right? I'd have my own sub, and I would hunt these cruise ships on a moonlit, and I would This van, little, when sound carries, you know those summer nights when your neighbor's talking about you, doesn't think you can hear him, you're sitting on your porch going like, oh yeah, is that how it is? So that's how it is, right? One of those nights. And I'd be a sport about it. I'd serve. You with me, right? Van, little. Hell, it's like you're in the Baron class. All right, get the fuck out of here, right? But if you didn't see me, it'd be game on. And every moonlit summer night, every summer, I'd go out to harvest, right? That would be the deal. I would just surface. Und listen for the music, yeah? You right. Right. Little. Right. Hell, it's like you're in the. Dude, look at my arm in this tank top. Little over, you strafe all the survivors. We'll bring it down. Little. Little. Hell, it's like it. And you know what's the greatest thing? No, it's all underwater. All the evidence. Yeah. All the evidence. Yeah. Underwater. Little. Hell, you're gonna get caught. Where are you gonna put all of that, right? You do it out to sea. It all goes under. Nobody knows. I don't know what happened. I have no idea, right? This. Right. Like an Ed Hardy shirt, just floating by. I'm controlling the media, nobody knows about it, right? And as I sank the ships, I would be building exact replicas at the same time, right? So I'd be eliminating people while creating jobs. You guys have no fucking idea what's going on, only you just realize, like, wow, man, the traffic's easing up. I'm getting into third gear at 5 o'clock at night. This is crazy. This is amazing. I don't know what's going on, but this Bill guy's all right. Another buddy of mine got a job building ships. Can you fucking believe that? That industry, it's just blowing up. It's crazy. Dude, I want to get a job down there. They're paying great, make a little extra money. Then, who knows? Maybe you and me take a cruise. We'd have a good time, right? Get out there. That's how it would work. It wouldn't be based on race or religion. It'd just be based on people dumb enough to think that taking a cruise is actually traveling. Technically, you're traveling, but what are you seeing? Just a bunch. Look at the water. Oh, my God. You can tell that's the Atlantic Ocean. That definitely does not look like the Pacific. And then you cruise. Yeah, look, admittedly, I'm a fucking psycho. And then you cruise. You ever have one of those this feels like your house? I had one of those dreams, right? So I sat up in bed and I looked over and there was this little girl in the corner of the room, no idea who she was. She was like 3, 4 years old and she was talking 3, 4 years old, and she was you just sitting up and I was like, what? What'd you say? I can't hear you, sweetheart. You got to come a little closer. Hey, sweetheart, this. You just sit. Yeah. You ever have one of those? You just sit. He walks all the way up to the bed. I was just like, I couldn't hear you, sweetheart. What'd you say? I was just like, I couldn't hear you. You just sit. Just sat up like, like, no, I'm not. No, I am not. My wife wakes up. What's the matter? I'm like, I just had like the most scary dream I've ever had in my life. It was. What's the matter? I'm like. You just sit. Jesus Christ! Not everything is about you, sweetheart. I love you, but it's not all about you. Now shut up. I tried to go to sleep in the same position, so I'd run into that little girl again, so I could just be, look, you little shit. You don't go around so I could look, you little shit. You don't go around so I could just close to shoot. This yourself. You don't go around so I could go around so I could. You don't go around so I could yourself. I'm not gonna. You know, there is one good thing about being a psycho. You know, one of the great things about being a psycho is you can spot another psycho from a mile away. You know, that's really great thing. I can spot him, you know, it's in the eyes. Never look at the costume. Nice people look at the costume. They'll see someone in like dad jeans, you know, pushing their kid on the swing, you know, the whole nerd, their kid on the swing, you know, the whole jackass. I'm close to shoot. I'm not gonna kill my jackass. Oh, this one here's got me running around, you know. She's running the house. She's running the house. People always like, oh. I'm not gonna kill. That guy is a fucking psycho. He's a psycho. Look at his eyes. You don't see that? That dude is barely hanging on. He is white knuckling it through all the shit he thinks he's supposed to do. All that fucking guy needs, he just needs a little nudge. That's it, just a little nudge. You have no idea what that guy's capable of. I would not want to see the hard drive capable of. I would not want to. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not gonna kill him. Right, the great Kanye West, everybody loves him and stuff, right? Oh, shut up. Jesus Christ, why did I come to Nashville? Boo, it's a black artist. You're bringing it up in the rhyming. What the fuck? It's the Grand Ole Opry, man. It's not MTV Raps. But I'm stereotyping you. I'm acting like because you're from the South that automatically you're racist, like all the racists are just down here. That isn't true. They're all over the place. It's just different degrees, right? I'm not gonna kill you serious. Hey, how are you? What's going on? But as the sun starts to go down and the fear starts coming up, that's when you start thinking the worst of people. That's when you start thinking the people that got into Kanye West. Right? I'm not gonna kill people who you are. 12 midnight in a parking garage by yourself. Whatever is walking at you, there's no happy thoughts. You're not thinking like, oh, that guy, he's probably building a website, and you're not thinking that. That dude's gonna cut me up, eat me, whatever he doesn't eat, he's gonna fuck. That's what you think. He's gonna fuck. That's what you think. That's normal, I think, because it's fear. It's the people at breakfast that are already just sitting there like fucking Jews, you know? That's when you got an issue. So anyways, I just gotta do this. You know, when you talk about race and that type of shit, you know, as a white dude, you just gotta go easy, you know? Because very easily it starts feeling like a meeting, you know? Whenever I start hearing like, yeah, all right, woo! That's when I go, all right, I gotta pull back a little bit. People aren't seeing what I'm saying. I wore a country shirt. If you do that, shit, who you are in the morning. And I was thinking he was cool. This look that was in his eye, and it just made me nervous. I'm like, dude, this guy's volatile, man. There's something with this guy. He's making me nervous. This guy is like right on the edge of like snapping, right? She goes, you're out of your mind. And I was thinking, I don't know. I think this guy's fucked up. And then I was convinced, because one day I came walking in, and she was listening to him do an interview, and I didn't know it was him. And he was just in the middle of talking about how great he was. And I came walking in, and all I did was hear this shit, and like literally a chill ran down my spine. And I just started thinking like, no! And no! What the fuck? And there was just the people, the fuck. It's just a black guy. Oh. Thank God. It's just a black guy. Yeah, you're right to pull back. This is right to get awkward here because you don't know where this could go. With the camera. And there was just... So just let me clarify. Just hear me out. I'm thinking, thank God it's a black guy. Meaning, thank God that ego. that is in him, when that thing floated down from the heavens, or the cosmos, whatever the hell Joel Osteen shit you believe, all right? When that thing was floating down, it could have landed in anybody. And there was a rat. Thank God it got safe in there. No reason to worry when it's in there, because if that ego, however, had floated down and landed in a blue-eyed white dude, there is no telling the damage that could have been done. You're talking entire civilizations wiped out, worldwide famine, the moon colliding with the earth. Thank God that ego landed in a black guy. Because he's just as nuts as some of the craziest white dudes of all time. He just doesn't have the opportunity to follow through with the madness. Right? Yeah, there's a glass ceiling on evil. You never noticed that? Dude, go home, put it got me. Thank God it got me. It's safe. And there was whoever walked the earth are all white dudes. Now, why is that? Because white dudes are more evil than anybody else? We're doing it too! It got me. Shit crazy dudes. We definitely got the numbers. But I think it's different. I just think, you know what it is? Nobody's watching white dudes. All right? White dudes don't, too many of them gather and somebody pulls up. All right, break it up. Keep it moving. Get out of here. Getting pulled over for no fucking reason. None of that shit. You're a white dude. It's just an open field. Anything you think, hey, I'm going to do that. No one's stopping you. You just start running. Next thing you know, you're handing out buttons. You got your own uniform. You're starting a fucking war, right? All kind. Thank God. It's safe. Make a public service announcement a little awkward for Mike Myers. Awkward for. It's safe. I know. You don't believe me, dude.